Bandwidth for First Updates Now is supported by the Blue Alliance. Keep up to date on all live and archived First Robotics events and team stats at thebluealliance.com. First Updates Now is brought to you by Twitch. Fun is now a Twitch partner and offering some awesome subscriber-only benefits. Subscribe today or get a free subscription each month when you have Amazon Prime by linking your account and clicking subscribe. Coming up on First Updates Now recap, it's the second annual FRCTop25 popularity poll for charity. We're raising funds for First in Texas Hurricane Harvey Fund, which helps teams who have been affected by Hurricane Harvey just a few months ago. Also, we do have Colin Foltz here to kick off the stream to talk about some important motor test results for the 2018 season. Reporting for First Updates Now, I'm Tyler Olds.
I'm Justin Montoys.
I'm Pauline Teskey.
And I'm Christina Tia. Our producer for the show tonight is Nick Olson. Mike Stark has the night off.
So, Christine, glad to have you back once again with some live drawing. What can we expect from you today?
I'm drawing one of my favorite robots that never actually competed. It is 254's prototype robot from 2014.
That's a fantastic choice.
Nice.
I watch that video often, actually.
We gotta find that. If somebody in chat can find that, by the way, that's awesome.
I just love that video.
That's so good.
So today, guys, is going to be a little different on what we're doing. So we welcome everybody who's here for the charity stream. We've already gotten a bunch of donations in, and the stream boss has already started. So it started once the show donated. We've already gotten, I think we're close to $200 in donations already, guys. A huge one from, I just want to shout out our buddy Ben Martin, who donated $100 earlier today. Thank you so much, and thank you to everybody who's donated so far. Let's go through how today's going to work, though. So every time you donate either bits, subscribe, or donate cash, the FunBot StreamBot is going to lose hit points. When we cross the threshold, we'll then finish up our segment, which is probably going to be pretty soon, and then give away the prize. Every 50 cents worth of donations gets you a virtual ticket, and you get to win everything through the entire show. So if you donate early, that ticket is good for the entire show, and you get a chance to win. Donations are coming in already. Just got a $25 donation from Caltran there. Nick Cousins resubbing as well. So we're probably going to have a lot of stopgaps. We're probably going to cross the thresholds that we need to as well. So with that said, we're going to do a giveaway already here. So because we've already crossed a threshold, so we're going to let everybody introduce each other. Then we're going to do a couple giveaways. So if you haven't donated yet, here's your opportunity. We're going to do 2 giveaways right away. But let's continue on and introduce our first guest today.
Yeah, so let's introduce our first guest for today, Colin Foltz. Colin is a project manager at First, a former kit of parts engineer and game designer for FRC. He's also the president of Indiana First and a mentor on 234 Cyberboo. Thanks for coming on the show, Colin.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Yeah, sorry, I'm messing up here. Colin, we're going to talk about the motor test results. Sorry, guys, we keep getting so many donations, which is awesome. So we're going to talk about the motor test results here in just a little bit, but we want to do a drawing for the first prize, which is going to be the awesome stickers from Wordplay All Day and Christina Tia. So let's capture the final ones we just had here. And it's not going to show up on screen, guys. We have a random number generator that we're going through for this. So the winner of that is going to be ticket number 301, Elliot 18. Elliot 18, congratulations. You have won the stickers from Christina Tia on Wordplay All Day. Thank you for your donation for that. Somebody just type in here for that.
The show is fast and furious right now.
Somebody wants to get over the $500 mark. By the way, guys, I do want to comment on that. We will do something if we reach $500. Drunk on cam. I think some people took me a little bit too seriously. That's okay. But let's just a little TBD it. We'll see what happens with that. See how many people get upset over something like that as well. So once again, Elliot 18, shoot me a PM. And congratulations for winning. We got to do actually one more as well too. So let's do that right away. The next one is going to be for the Cardinal Robotics hat. So let's get a winner for that. I feel like we're going to just jump in right away for these. We're going to come up with more prizes. That's the problem.
Yeah.
The winner of the Cardinal Robotics hat is going to be Ben Martin with a huge donation he had earlier. So congratulations, Ben. You have won the Cardinal Robotics hat.
I was gonna say if Ben doesn't win, like something soon, like something's wrong. He got
no
he got a lot of tickets for that donation.
All right, so I'll let us go into Colin's discussion on his white paper, Justin.
Yeah, so Colin, you want to talk a little bit about that, kind of what you what's in that white paper and how teams maybe can use it best?
Yeah, absolutely. So it started with a conversation as some of the mentors drove home from St. Louis at the end of April, the St. Louis Championship. And we kind of said, there's a lot of posts going around, a lot of information about 775 drives. Paul Copioli was talking about his team's 6 mini sim drive. And so we said, is there a set of tests that we can design to, kind of put these things, put all these motor combinations up against each other. And so we worked throughout the whole summer to design how we would do that experiment, so that really what we wanted to make sure was the only thing that changed test to test was the motor combinations. So once we had our idea there, we pitched it to Paul and his team at Vex, and they graciously supported us with product donation. And our students worked to design and build a test robot that had an adjustable weight tray on it, so that we could make sure we were staying within plus or minus a pound from weight configuration to weight configuration. And then the other big thing that we did was added an idler wheel, so that we could, make sure if one motor combination was really slipping a lot on startup or on direction changes, we knew exactly how far the actual robot had gone. So kind of went, that one step beyond what you would do for just a regular drive base.
Wow, that's fantastic. So I noticed that 234, really likes to do a lot of these kind of benchmark testing. I know that when, teams that I've mentored in the past have kind of started to look at going from chain to belt. I think Cyberblue put out a great kind of chain to belt testing white paper, and that was really useful as well. Is there a reason why, is there is there a heavy mentor base that is used to this kind of work at their job? Why do you think 234 is really kind of leading the charge with a lot of these testing papers?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's a combination of a couple of things. Some of the mentors do have experience doing this as part of their day jobs as engineers. But then also, on Chief Delphi, on other FIRST social media channels, there just gets to be a lot of misinformation, a lot of anecdotal evidence, a lot of hearsay. So we started it with belt versus chain to see, okay, what actually can we quantify, to try and put some data in there with the anecdotal evidence that exists, and comes out every year.
Gotcha. So when you were doing these testing, did anything really surprise you, or anything pop out at you that you kind of weren't expecting?
The first thing that popped out was that there really was no acceleration difference that we noticed going from 4 sims to 6 sims. And when we did that change, the 6 sim combination was actually the second set of tests that we did. We immediately had to add in some voltage ramping. So all the tests were done using autonomous code, so that we weren't reliant on a driver doing the same thing every time. So we wanted it to all be autonomous. And on the 4 sim configuration, that autonomous code went from 0 to 1. So, 0% to 100% power in one cycle, so less than 20 milliseconds. When we got into the 6 sim, we started having to add a voltage ramp in there and take that up over almost a quarter second. And especially on our test that went 50 feet forward and came 50 feet straight back, we had to add about a 300 millisecond slowdown and reverse. Otherwise, we would brown out immediately. So the fact that even just adding those motors and doing a simple test with a completely fresh battery, we had to add some sort of voltage control was pretty shocking to us, and that we didn't really see any acceleration difference.
Yeah, definitely. So anyone else jump in with questions if they have any, but I just want to, thank you and your team for creating these documents. I know that the teams I work with have used them a lot, so it's really a great resource, and I encourage other teams to take a look as well. Any other questions for Colin on this, guys?
I'll ask here. So, Colin, based off what you guys have looked at, can you talk a little about the drivetrains that you've chosen on 234 and how this might impact what kind of drivetrains you're looking at in the future? Obviously, you don't know. Well, you might know what the game is. We'll find out about that. But overall, as a team looking at this, I guess what do you recommend to teams as they look at it, and how does that impact you on 234?
So if all else being equal, I think what we would pick is the 6 mini sim. But it really depends on the game and based on our test data, there's not a ton of difference between a 6 mini sim drivetrain and a 4 sim drivetrain, at least on the tests that we ran. Now there are other tests that we didn't run that there may be be some quantifiable difference. So I guess if I was a team that was hard strapped for cash or just wanted to get a robot up and running, I wouldn't feel like I was losing any kind of performance, baseline performance by going with the 4 sim drivetrain. You get 4 sims in the kit of parts, and I guess I would feel pretty comfortable and pretty confident running with that. The greatest ability of a drivetrain is its availability and the fact that it just works, and we know that it just works and have, a decade's worth of experience with it working. I think is pretty compelling.
Pauline, do you have anything for Colin at all?
I just use those white papers all the time. For Code Orange, we're going between what drivetrain we want to use, and it was super helpful for us. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Our pleasure. And if people have ideas for, things that we could test, we're always open to ideas for next summer and fall. We love to do it. And one of our big reasons of publishing our methodology is to make sure that the test is repeatable, right? So if other teams want to try and do the same things, post their information online so that we can see, make sure that we're not making some mistake somewhere.
One other thing that I guess pops to me and realized to me, I'm not really into the whole assembly drivetrains, that sort of thing. So imagine me as a simpleton for this, right? So I hear a lot of things in regards to hey, I recommend making 775 drivetrains, and oh no, 6 sims is the way to go, or this. So based on the research that you've done, is there depending on what the surface or the field or the game is, does that usually dictate on which way you go, or can you look at these power curves and is that universal no matter what?
I don't know that outside of something significant like a regolith field like we had for Lunacy, I don't know that the field surface would have a huge impact on what decision we make, but you never know what the game design team could throw at you that completely makes you shift in another direction.
I also feel obligated to ask, as somebody who was on the game design committee back, was 2014 your last year? Is that right?
2016.
2016. Okay, so looking at, I just want to ask you, and this isn't about the drivetrains itself, but just looking at the games, can you give us some kind of insider info about things that people might not know that goes into the game design, or as somebody who's now on the outside and you've seen the Power Up teaser, what are you looking forward to for this year's game?
For me, so you kind of alluded to it earlier, but I have no idea what this year's game is. As a mentor, I love being involved in that first week of brainstorming and trying to figure out the game. So I have kept myself as far away from knowledge of Power Up as possible. And also it's a bit like Christmas, it makes kickoff more exciting when you don't know what you're going to see. But I think, the amount of work that goes in from an engineering standpoint in making sure that the tasks are achievable, that there's some kind of baseline that 95% of the teams can accomplish, but then still remaining challenging for the elite teams of the world. There's a lot of work and a lot of thought that goes into that. The game design team has a ton of experience if you were to look at everybody that is involved and contributes. Frank has talked about the game review process where they bring in outsiders to get a look at the game and kind of give that last one quick sanity check on what did we miss from a game design perspective. I was lucky enough to be a part of that a few times. So there's a lot of thought that goes into it. Decisions are always made that not everyone on the team agrees with, or that the community certainly won't agree with, and that's part of it. That's just life. But that doesn't mean that there wasn't a reason for all of those decisions.
It makes a lot of sense. We did have a question in chat I wanted to ask as well too before I let you go, Colin, from Catherine. So CTI is 12. I said he's heard some traction testing on different wheels and tread types were done, but he's never seen it published anywhere. Is the testing available anywhere, or is he just not familiar with it?
No, that's something that we did. They actually did it before I came back to mentor, and so I would have to look and see where that information is. But if it's not posted to Chief Delphi, we can see if we can put it together and get it posted. part of the issue might be that I'm not sure how complete the testing was, and so that's something that we could look at doing for next summer, is to pick one motor combination and change the wheels up a little bit.
Makes sense. We had one other question too before we let you go from Baby Helio 1. Have you ever thought about using a custom said drive team, but I think assuming drive train? If so, what's your favorite custom drive trains, or what have you guys considered in the past? We
subscribe to the theory that the greatest ability of a drive system is its availability. We have experimented with swerve drives in the past, but they've been the ones that you can purchase. We really like going with off-the-shelf components in an off-the-shelf configuration that we know works. When we have deviated from that in our history is when we have had problems and bugs that we fought every year. So we'd rather get something that can drive around and spend our time figuring out how we're going to manipulate whatever the game piece is.
And the answer to the other question, what about a custom drive team? How do you feel about that?
A custom drive team would be interesting. Yes. I guess it depends on what your goals are as a team. If you want to get as many kids driving as possible, then absolutely go for it. If you want to win the most matches, then experience is, the great differentiator.
For sure.
Awesome.
Great.
Well, Colin, thank you so much for coming on, and of course to you and Team 234 Cyber Blue for talking about the results you've gotten off the drivetrain motors. We're looking forward to see what you guys do, and we'd love to see your results after that as well. So feel free to check back in with us. And thank you for all your work in FRCT, man. And you and I go back a really long time, and it's always fantastic to have you on the stream. And for those who haven't been around for fun since the beginning, Colin was one of our original hosts on the show. So he's a great friend of fun, and we can't wait to see what else you bring to the table, Colin.
Absolutely, Tyler. I don't always watch live, but I always watch the recording, so it's a pleasure to be on this time.
Thank you, man. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much, and we'll talk soon, Colin. Thanks, buddy.
Everybody. Have a great show.
Thank you. Have a good day.
See ya.
Thanks, bud.
So I want to jump in real quick, guys, because something extraordinary has happened. I way underestimated how well our donors would be donating, and that's like
that's a good problem to have.
By a lot.
That's like an awesome problem to have.
So updates. Where are we at here?
Yeah, I gotta look here. It's
how many
I don't know the exact number, but it's close to $300 right now. So I'll calculate it up on there. So here's what we're gonna do. We have some other giveaways to do. We're gonna wait a little bit for it because we do all the giveaways, guys. We need other people to still donate, and we want to get this as high as possible. So we'll do a couple other giveaways as we go through. We'll do one right now. And then we'll do one later on during the FRCTop25, and then a grand prize at the end, which is a custom robot drawing from Christine, who's literally going to draw it on the next show. So you can tell her whatever you want within most reason, and she will draw it on next show. Right, Christine? Anything to add to that?
I mean, yeah, I'm down for most anything.
Any restrictions from you, or anything you're like, no, you can't do that?
I mean, as long as there's like a reference photo to look at, we should be good.
Yeah, she's a pro, guy, so like throw whatever you want at her, and she'll make it happen, and we'll talk to you to make sure it happens as well. Bots on yachts, excellent.
Bots on yachts, that's an idea that's been tossed around
FRCTop25
for years.
Love it. So let's. I want to make sure I got everybody in here. I think I do for who's donated so far. So we're gonna do another giveaway here. This one is for the FRC 323 Lights Out T-shirt. So if you're not familiar with 323, it's a legacy team that's spun off with our friends the Novaks who have donated our T-shirt. Make sure you check that out. They do, I think, for a couple more days, still have a campaign running where you can buy this shirt as well. So let's do that giveaway, and that's going to go to. Oh man, I gotta add my more numbers. I only originally added for 500 slots, and we have way more than that now. So
jeez, this is nuts.
That's
right now.
Awesome.
Yeah. Winner number, where'd it go here? 447. And 447 is Elliot Budd. Elliot Budd, congratulations, who's donated a couple times here today. Elliot Budd, you are the winner of the Lights Out T-shirt. Congratulations on that. It's rigged. All right, guys.
So Tower, do we need more prizes? Is that a thing?
Yeah, probably. So
I will, if you want to do a fun T-shirt giveaway from our website, I'll buy someone a T-shirt as a prize if you wanna do that.
all right, yeah, down for that for sure. I won't say no to that. So
So
yeah,
wins can just pick a shirt off the site.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, pick a shirt off the site, guys, and we'll do that as well. So let that add in. Also, a 125 beanie is coming our way. Christine just put in, so we'll add in a few more. We're gonna give all these away, but just keep on doing it, guys, and keep it going. Make sure you remind me of these as well too, so I don't forget. So, Pauline, did you want to donate something too, since we're going around the table?
Yeah, right.
I just wrote it in the chat. If anyone wants a code orange chat.
And a code orange chat. All right.
I gotta start donating.
There's
now.
one left,
Oh,
and we're not making any more. It's like a special commodity.
All right.
One left. Wow.
So we're going to keep moving on here, guys. We're going to jump into the FRC Top 25 poll, which I'm sure many of you are come here for. Of course, the charity, thank you for everybody as well. For the poll, we received 200 votes on the dot, actually. So 200 votes, nearly 800 different teams were nominated for this as well. So we were going to take Discord calls. I'm not sure if that's fully working or not because I can't get into Discord. So I'll let my producer, Nick, let us know. But if your team is called, if you want to, okay, Nick says it should be working. So if you want to hop into Discord, if you're in Discord, hop into our calling queue. And if your team is listed, we'll add you in and just talk about your team for a couple minutes. But Justin, man, before we start, it's been a big year, right? So, and we've had a lot going on at the top 25. This is kind of not quite as serious as some of the other ones. So anything you want to talk about with this poll before we get into it?
No, I think it's a great thing that we've done this poll again for charity, and a popularity poll is always fun. It's always kind of not an inside joke, but like an open joke that people always kind of say, hey, the FRC Top 25 is not real. It's just a popularity poll anyway. So we decided just to make a true popularity poll, just to kind of update everyone on what happens typically during the competition season. If you're not familiar with the top 25, is that we have voters in the community vote on the top 25 teams in FRC for that particular week. No different than college football or basketball or something on those lines. And then every week during the competition season, we count down the FRC top 25, and it's been a really great thing that we've done for a few years now, and I'm already looking forward to another season. Bum, bum, bum.
So it's that time of the year, by the way. All of our voices are just like gone, by the way. But yeah. We're gonna power through this, guys. Yeah, let's jump right into it, man. I mean, let's just go through top 25. We'll take some breaks. We'll just have a fun, laid back time, right, Justin?
That's right. That's what it's all about. So, Pauline, are you ready? This is a big moment for you. You're in it now.
Oh God.
No turning back.
There's no turning back. You're like, if I'm out or Mike's out again, like you're next up.
Oh goodness. Well, don't be out. Don't get sick.
We'll see how it goes. All right. So to kick us off here in the 25th spot, we have team number 2122.
From Boise, Idaho, it's Team Taters. Rookie year was 2007. Winners of 10 regionals throughout their history and back-to-back division titles in the last 2 seasons. The 2017 Steamworks season was one of their most successful seasons yet, winning both the Idaho and Western Canada regionals, before captaining the number 2 alliance with 987, 49-10, and 63-14 to a Carver division win. The Taters have won at least 1 regional in 9 of their 12 seasons, and they also have 2 Volunteer of the Year winners, Lori and Lisa, and a Woody Flowers Finalist Award winner, Mark. 21-22 will be competing at the Arizona North, Idaho, and Canadian Rockies regionals in 2018.
So there's a lot of markers there just in that first team that we're going to talk about a lot. We're talking about back-to-back division titles. There's a lot of back-to-backs on this list, and just a really decorated list of accomplishments there that are going to be prevalent for all of these teams. So Team Taters are always a really high-level team that we talk about, often on the FRC Top 25, and this will be no different, I'm sure.
Yeah, and one thing I say about Taters is I think they're one of those teams where they were great like 3-4 years ago, but not very many people knew about them outside of their area. And I think they're getting to that point now where everybody knows about them because it's consistent over the years. And it's just a great team. If you talk to people on that team, you know that they're the real stuff and they're the real deal. And they just keep on being successful, not only robot-wise, but other awards and tournaments and stuff too.
And they're some of the nicest people around. Every time we go talk to them, they're just always so sweet. They're great.
Yeah, they're also like the tallest people around too. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but their mentors are easily like the tallest human beings in first. I watched their drive coach just like swing his leg over one of the pipe and drapes at Arizona North in 2016, and it blew my mind.
I thought you were gonna say like somebody on their alliance. You just stepped over a short human player one time.
That's probably happened too.
True.
All right.
I looked up literally. That's funny. All right. Go ahead, Pauline.
All right. So in the number 24 spot, we have Team 1011.
From Tucson, Arizona, Sonoran Science Academy is crushed. 10-11 went 42-18 overall in the 2017 season, which accumulated for them the Houston Championship win. So this past season, they doubled their Blue Banner account, winning the Colorado Regional, obviously winning the Rolling Division and the Houston Championship. But they also picked up at the Colorado Regional a Chairman's Award. There's a lot of Chairman's Award worthy teams or Chairman's Award winning teams on this list today as well. And an interesting thing also about 10-11 is that they also competed in an event I think it's going crazy right now. So an off-season event or two off-season events, Chesney Champs and the Shanghai Foundation Arizona State Championship. But what's funny is that I was like, on their Blue Lions page, it says they went to the Stanley Cup. I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, there's no way they went to the Stanley Cup. My team went to the Stanley Cup. They weren't there. But I remember that they had to fill out when they didn't have enough teams at Stanley Cup to do full 4-team alliances. So when they got back to the top, they just filled in with extra teams. So 10-11 got filled in and 973 got filled in. So when you see that on their Blue Alliance page, they weren't actually there. But I was fooled for a second.
That's amazing. Yeah, Crush, one thing I'll say about them is that they're one of those, their bot this year was just great because of the effectiveness that it brought, the speed that it brought. I think more than anything, right, it's just the consistency that they had delivering gears. And, when we think elite teams, a lot of times just gear robots don't come to the top of our mind, but Crush is really up there, and they're continuing to make a great impact in the community.
Definitely.
Seeing them at Chesney was the first time I saw them, and it was super great seeing the robot in person, just rushing around the field.
Yeah. We'll do another giveaway once we're done with 20, by the way. So we'll go through 20 and then do a giveaway, guys.
Also, you all should be impressed. I got Chesney Champs right that time. I usually mess that up. So +1 for me.
Proud of you.
Thanks. All right. Moving to the 23rd ranked team, we have team number 3132.
From Sydney, Australia, it's Thunder Down Under. Their rookie year was 2010 and one of my all-time favorite teams. The youngest Hall of Fame team, 3132, won the Chairman's Award this past season after having been one of the biggest reasons for the large amount of growth seen in Australia and China. Winners of 3 regionals and 5 RCAs in their history, as well as 2 Woody Flowers Finalist Awards and Volunteer of the Year winners, 3 Dean's List finalists, and a Dean's List winner, Sarah, who's one of our awesome contributors. This is truly a team that has been a shining example of all the facets of FRC.
Absolutely. I mean, when teams win the Chairman's Award or a championship or anything like that, there are certain teams that you always look at and you're like, wow, like that is really, you're really happy for them. And when 3132 won the Chairman's Award in Houston, it was one of those moments. It's like, wow, they're just a great team, and I was really happy to see them win.
The one thing I just want to jump into, Christine, I want to mention we're going to have 3132 on Let's Draw Robots tomorrow, right?
Yeah, definitely. So we have Sarah and her sister Jay are going to be on, and we're going to be talking about, their road to Chairman's and what it's been like afterwards, and some of the new exciting stuff that they debuted this week with the Compass Alliance. And we're going to talk about Australian things like Tim Tams. So you should definitely tune in tomorrow night.
Like Tim Tams. and if you want to win this drawing like Christine's doing right now, you got to show up tomorrow because that's when we're giving that one away specifically is tomorrow.
Yep.
By the way, thank you to everybody who keeps offering more and more donations. We'll take them for the stream, and also people are willing to donate shirts and stuff. Apparently, we have a 3847 hat, a 910 shirt, a 225 hat, a 1619 t-shirt, 125 beanie is mentioned. So we're gonna have a lot more to give away, guys. So keep the donations coming, and thank you. Yeah, no kidding, right? That's what's going on here.
Yeah. All right, with that, we'll move to the 22nd spot. It's Team 610.
Sorry, I don't know if my internet is going crazy or what, but I heard almost nothing of what Tower said. I just heard from you when it came back. N. which I'm assuming was 6'10".
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, it's the Crescent Robotics Coyotes. Official records show 52-18 on the resume during Steamworks, where they dominated the Ontario district, winning 2 district events as well as their district championship. They teamed up with 11-14 and 359 to create one heck of an alliance. 6'10", 11-14, and 359, the same alliance at championship. How did that happen? And they all went to the finals of the Darwin division. 6'10", interesting fact, won their first regional back in 2002 when it was called the Canadian Regional. And they've consistently added blue banners since then. 6'10" comes to our local off-season event in Rochester, the Rochester Ruckus, and they're just a class act top to bottom. So we're excited to see 6'10" on the list right now, and I'm sure they'll be on the list again when the FRCTop25 starts for real.
Sure.
Let's move on to 21 guys.
I'm really nervous that my internet is not going to survive this stream.
If you drop it, I'll pick up for you, buddy. My voice will just be gone by the end, but you got it.
I'll tell you what, if I drop and you pick up, if Pauline is good and you're good, I don't need to come around anymore. Mike doesn't have to come around anymore. We'll be all set.
There we go. Right.
All right. So the 21st ranked team in this popularity poll is team number 1241.
From Ontario, it's 36. Rookie year was 2004. World champions in 2013. Winners of 3 regionals, 7 regional and district chairman's awards, and 2 division titles throughout their history. They've also won 3 Volunteer of the Year awards, 2 Woody Flowers finalists, and 5 Dean's List finalist awards, and a Dean's List winner. Another team that has seen a ton of success both on and off the field, and probably a strong candidate for a CCA in the future.
So 1241-36, man, they were probably my favorite or second favorite 2016 robot. And in 2017, they were a team that I think had a little bit of a rough patch when they first started out, but then they kept improving over the year. They didn't hold a ton of fuel, but they started getting a little bit more consistent. They were a little slow in their shooting, but they kept going more and more. So that's one side. And we always talk about with the robots, we talk a lot about robots here on FRCTop25 and fun. But the team itself, too, from a chairman's perspective, as you mentioned, Pauline, they are a perennial strong candidate. They keep getting the championship chairman's award. And I just can't wait to see more of them. They're a great team. We got a chance to interview them in 2016, and they were absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, no, and 1241 was at the Stemley Cup, and the cool thing they did at Stemley Cup was they had all their female students on the team that were there, and it was only their girls were there, so it was really cool. We actually were alliance partners with them, and to kind of go through that, kind of see that how they were running that event from their perspective behind the glass and everything else was really cool.
Yeah, they're fantastic, and I'm wearing their shirt right now, so we all know I like them.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. And if my computer was not also being stupid.
Unstoppable.
Okay.
We're firing all cylinders tonight. This is great.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. And in the 20th spot, we have Team 16.
From Mountain Home, Arkansas. Mountain Home High School is the Hall of Fame Bomb Squad, 33-14 during the regular season, winners of the Rock City Regional. So Bomb Squad is known for their crazy impressive drive trains, usually their incredible swerve. Sometimes they mix it up and they just have a swerve drive and a West Coast drive at the same time, like they did in 2016, which was nuts. So I'll ask a question to the group. So if there is a stairs component to the 2018 game, as the rumors seem to indicate, what kind of drivetrain are we going to see out of 16?
A climber swerve? I don't know. Oh, you know what we could see is I saw this back in 2004, I think it was, there's some robots that have the wheels that were kind of like the what is it called when a paramedic picks you up, like a gantry or something like that, where it moves a gurney. Yeah, a gurney, right? So could you imagine a swerve drive on a gurney like that, and it just kind of like moves up as it hits the stairs? That's my guess.
So funny story as far as stairs and gurneys go. So the last stairs game that I can recall, unless you count the step in 2015, was 2004. And 340 actually, as the robot cart, had a gurney that was the robot cart. And it was nice actually because you could kind of like lower it down and raise it up. And that's when he said gurney and we talked about stairs. It was right there. I just had to drop that fun fact on everyone.
Oh, wow.
All right, so we do.
Time.
Try wheels.
We got to bring in the fresh blood
right.
occasionally too here, guys. We understand that our host demographic is skewing older now, so now we bring in those who are younger age to balance it out.
That's true.
It is so true. All right, we do have to do another giveaway here. So the next one is going to be for the 1011 Crush T-shirt. And what are we down to? We're like on 700 tickets here. Let's get a winner. Ticket number 514. The winner for that is Heather2481. Heather2481. Congratulations. You got yourself a Team 11, 1011 Crush T-shirt. Hey, guys, if you do win, by the way, I will try to reach out to you on, where are we on? Twitch afterwards. But feel free to shoot me a PM with your mailing address. And if you want a T-shirt, let me know what size T-shirt you want as well. But Heather2481, congratulations. You got the 1011 T-shirt. And we're going to do our next giveaway, which is the... what's our next thing that tons of people have offered to give away?
Do a shirt from the Fun Shop.
We can do that, Justin. Yeah, we'll do the fun First Updates Now T-shirt. Will be given away after team number 15.
Sounds good. All right, this is a good one. This next team is a good one.
Yes.
They've been missing from the top 25 for a little while now.
A long time.
Long. I don't get to say much, so I guess I'll just say it. In the 19th spot, we have team number 1717.
From Goleta, California, it's the Penguineers, rest in peace. This famous SoCal team rose to fame after their successful 2009 season was written about in the first novel, The New Cool. As one of the few swerve-oriented teams, they optimized and nearly perfected their independently driven swerve drivetrain over the years and became famous for their omnidirectional engineering masterpieces. One of their best seasons was 2012, where they created not only a top-performing dominant shooting robot, but also managed to win the Central Valley Regional with a dead alliance partner against NorCal powerhouses 1323 and 254. Unfortunately, the Dos Pueblos team left FRC after the 2015 season to pursue more inclusive senior design projects for their students.
Wow, 1717, rip. They
Rip.
were a great team. That was a loss.
Can we just talk about a little bit their swerve drives that they used to have and just like how absolutely insane, like the navigation that they had on those. I mean, that was something like, once again, the simpleton that I am to not understand how these things work was just like awe-inspired, and it made me want to learn more, right? And that, I don't know how you guys felt about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a devastating when we kind of heard that they weren't gonna be a team anymore. It was devastating. I learned a lot from their not only their swerve drive, which are incredible, but their robots in general were just always a little bit outside the box. Like the 2014, remember the rollers they had on that their top thing,
all the Bot wheels.
Shooter, I guess. Yeah, it was just it was really cool. So.
No. It was always really cool because when they were competing, I was still a student, and I'd go to the regionals and see them build their entire robot there. And I thought that was crazy. And I brought that to Code Orange building in a pit, and it was fantastic seeing their iteration.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I do want to mention in chat, FRC guy 5940 brought up a good point. 1717, they are still kind of alive. There is the revive team, or the revised, what is the word I'm thinking of? Team that's been redone, 5818 Riviera Robotics out of Santa Barbara, California, as well. I think it's fair to say, we're not, it's not quite the level that we saw 1717 at, but they're still a good team. I mean, this year they were regional finalists and then semifinalists on the Hopper division too.
Wow, yeah. They're reincarnated, you might say.
Yeah, thank you. That is the word I was thinking of, but right now, literally, like, I'm watching the donation ticker come through, and I'm trying to keep up with all these tickets to add in, and I'm so out of track right now, which is an amazing thing. It's really hard to throw me off my game, guys, and you have done that, so kudos.
Oh, wow.
That's fantastic, actually.
All right, and in the 18th spot, we have Team 1619.
From Longmont, Colorado, in the Gear Alliance, it's Upper Creek Robotics, 33-12 overall, the winners of the Colorado Regional. So 1619. We talk about them a lot on this show. They are on the list all the time, and they have absolutely dominated their regional the past 3 years, going back to back to back, 3 wins in a row. Always an impressive feat. At the championship event, they were the #1 seed in their division. They fell in the quarterfinals, unfortunately, but I'm sure that will kind of motivate them even more to kind of be hungry and be ready to go for 2018. So good to see one of those long-time kind of up-and-coming team, but a top 25 mainstay here make it the list.
Awesome. By the way, OMG Robots 1, thank you so much for your bit donation towards the charity poll. We'll try to get everybody. I will try to mention everybody by the end of the stream, by the way. Let's move. move on to 17.
Bum, bum, bum. In the 17th spot, we have team number 330.
The Beach Bots. The Beach Bots have always been the most dominant team of Southern California, from the early days of the first Southern California Regional to winning multiple championships. The Hermosa Beach team has proven to be a big powerhouse. First, Steamworks gave the Beach Bots a challenge where their famous single-jointed arm wouldn't be the most effective solution, and 330 decided to just win anyways. Like another team on the list, the Beach Bots have always designed simple yet effective robots and can always be relied on to put on a show at every event they go to. The team is going to be using a new driver for the 2018 season, so it'll be interesting to see how the Beach Bots take on first power up.
We always say, Team 330, keeping 1-inch square aluminum in business.
Yeah, I love them. They've been to Beach Blitz 2 years in a row and won it 2 years in a row. So I always love seeing them compete.
You really missed a great opportunity though to say where they're from. I love introing their team. Hermosa Beach, ooh, great place.
That's where I lived in the summer essentially.
Hermosa Beach, California. All right, so Tower, where are we with our donation number? Like, what's the actual dollar count?
I'm trying to add it up right now, actually.
I love it.
Okay, we can go to the 16th spot.
I know in actual donations, I think we've gotten 305. In bits, I'm showing $26 in bits, plus subs that we're donating as well too. So we got to be a little shy of 400 right now. Sounds right. So I'm trying to get it all together, guys. That's why I'm really quiet. I'm literally just trying to type into a calculator and figure this out.
That's awesome.
But thank you, everybody.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right,
and
Pauline, want to do 16? Yep, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. In the 16th spot, we have 225.
From York, Pennsylvania, it's Techfire, 38-24 during official play in the 2017 season. Couldn't quite figure out a district win during their season, but they did step it up in a big way in Archimedes, earning an extra ranking point in all but one of their qual matches in Archimedes, grabbing the number 2 spot and led their alliance all the way to the finals of their division before eventually losing to the number 1 alliance. So 225 is a top team in MAR. They have 2 district championship wins in their history, and they'll certainly be a factor in the 2018 MAR champs.
Yeah, let's bring him in. So we got Ben from 225, who's one of the guys donated $100 actually. So I think he just paid. That's like a pay to win to get on the show, right? So yeah, let's bring him on, Nick. Let's see if we can get this to work. This is our first time we're trying this type of caller, so let me know once you got him in. Hello, Ben. Ben. Got to be on your game. All right. Well, we'll give him a couple minutes. We'll go on to the next one. If he comes back on, we'll bring him on the show then.
Ben has been muted 1 time.
Ben has been muted 1 time. Nice. All right. Let's move on then to 15, and then Ben hops on. Then we'll wrap back up to him.
Wow, Pauline really went all out for this one. There's like a good paragraph here, but it's certainly deserving here for the team in the 15th spot, which is team number 67.
From Milford, Michigan, it's the Hot Team. Rookie year was 1997. World champions in 2005, 2009, and 2010. One of the most successful teams in FIRST history. The Heroes of Tomorrow boast some incredible stats. They have the 3rd most blue banners in history, 41, trailing 2 other teams also in this top 25. They are tied for the 2nd most world championships with 3, tied with 2 other teams, and behind one other. Surprisingly, only one of these 3 teams they tie or trail made this top 25. They have 3rd most regional and district wins and are tied for the 3rd most successful team-ups by pair, winning 5 events with 469. We haven't even brought up that they are a Hall of Fame team, having won CCA in 2005. It seems insane that they are only number 15 in this top 25. Some would say this is due to their small decline in performance since their late 2000s dominance, but in the last 4 years, they have won their division twice and been division finalists once. The 1 year they didn't make division finals in the last 4 years, 2016, they still won MSC, one of the hardest competitions every year. Truly one of the most dominant teams of all time that shows no signs of stopping.
Yeah,
we just got a $100 donation from KR Tanjek. $100. Thank you so much, and I hope these go through, guys. By the way, I do know, and I'm not saying you are, but occasionally people donate and then they cancel the credit card payment. So I hope it's legit. If it is, thank you so much for that. Which puts us, by the way, at as far as I can tell, I think we're at 445.25 is what I'm seeing. So
we're gonna have to do something for 500. I don't know what it is, but it's gonna be.
Everybody thinks apparently
we really boxed ourselves in right now.
Yeah,
we're
no
in
kidding.
trouble.
I just want to say, like, so we have a Slack channel, right, that many of us talk in for hosts, and I'm just like, there's no way we're going to get the $500. I'm like, we're not even going to get to $100. Like, yeah. So I'm like, you know what, that joke I made about doing a drunk stream, we don't need to worry about that because it's not going to happen. There's the egg on my face right there, right? So,
once you said we're not going to get to $100, Ben Martin was thinking, oh, want to bet?
Yeah, no kidding. Jesus, thank you guys. I mean, this is flabbergasting. Tyler's hat. I will send you my hat if we get to $1,000. That's no. We will do something special, guys. We're definitely going to do the candidly speaking threshold that we talked about crazy horror stories. So we'll do that, and then I promise you we will do another stream as well too. That is going to be an FRC history show. How adult themed we get? We got to put some thought into that. But other than that, it's going to be it's going to be pretty epic, guys. So thank you everybody for all your donations.
Absolutely.
So let's try Ben real quick. We're gonna hop back, guys. This is probably the least regimented show that we'll do here. So,
hear me?
Hello, Ben.
Can you hear me now?
Hello.
I can hear you. How's it going, buddy?
Hear me?
I can hear him.
All
Are you
right.
there?
Hey, how is everyone doing?
Good,
Doing
thanks.
great, man. Yeah. Hey, thanks for your huge donation before. That's fantastic, man.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Sure can. This is the
okay.
world's
I think I
technology,
have a
tell
problem.
ya.
I have this thing on at the same time. I need to shut that down.
You should probably not
a
have the
little
stream
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I can't hear them anymore.
Just
Yeah.
Nick will just have to.
Nick,
transcribe.
ask the question. Ask Ben about 225 and why they've been so awesome recently.
It's gonna be weird. You're asking Nick? Sorry. Are you? What's that? Okay.
All right,
so
Ben,
awesome
you
recently.
gotta give an
That's the
answer. We
question.
gotta let you go, man. This is live on the air.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, this is a little bit weird. You want me to hop off a little bit and?
All right, let's go back. Technical difficulties, crap ads. This is the first time we've been doing it. So, Ben, thank you. I know you can't hear me, but thank you so much, Ben, once again, for your donation. And just type us something. We'll read it on air. We'll dictate it for you on things. So, like usually, this is funny because usually this is a time that like I'm pulling out the non-existent hair I already have, but because like this is just what this is, that I don't care right now because this is so awesome that we're getting so many donors and so many donations. That's what I care about right now and nothing else. So thank you everybody. And Ben, we love you, man. Thank you for your donation. Can't wait to see what you guys bring up at 225 next year.
That was just the most top 25 thing ever.
I know, right? This is going back to like the Mike and Justin in the morning days.
It so is. It's hilarious. Oh God.
We were going to do another giveaway, I think, though, weren't we?
Yes.
All right. Hold on here. I got to put in Carden Check's donation, by the way. I hope everybody does this. And look at Brando, 54.25 right there. So we are over $500, guys. So that's straight up. We're over 500. Man, am I going to eat some crow from everybody in fun. So thank you. Thank you so much. So let's do that drawing here. Let me get Brando in here. And we should give away the 125 beanie so we can win it. That I think is. No, we were going to do the top 25 t-shirt, right, Justin?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So we are down to over 1,000 tickets now. So.
Wow.
All right. All right. Let's do a random number here. And the random number is 580. Let's see who 580 is. 580 is Shell BYA 1011. Shell BYA 1011. Thank you so much. you have won a fun t-shirt. So shoot us a message, let us know what size, and you let us know what t-shirt you want. We have new ones coming through from Two Pencil Designs. So congratulations on that. And Justin, thanks for making the donation for the t-shirt.
Oh, no problem. We need some prizes here. Got to keep it rolling.
I know, man. So we need to bring back a soundboard, by the way. Nick's right. So Nick Cousins is right. So all right, let's keep moving on here, guys.
All right, and in the number 14 spot, we have Team 1986.
From Lee's Summit, Missouri, Lee's Summit West High School, it's Team Titanium. Earned an impressive record of 55 wins with only 13 losses, which got them a regional win, a division win, and a trip to Einstein for their second year in a row. And I think 1986 was probably one of the best single-stream shooters of the year. So, guys, with back-to-back Einstein trips, what pressure, confidence, or anything else kind of goes with that level of performance as 1986 looks to 2018? Do you think there's added pressure for them? Is now they're kind of one of those teams that, you know, people we expect to see an Einstein, or do you think it's just kind of a good confidence booster for them?
I'll go in. I expect to see them on Einstein next year. They're a team that has continually impressed, regardless of how many autonomous modes they claim they do. Usually some of them work. So, and they're good enough to get them on Einstein each year. Their robot this year, hashtag make Mechanums great again, because man, the 8 Mechanum drive that they had, I think a lot of people might have been scratching their heads a little bit on that, and including me, and they shut me up, that's for sure. The robot, I mean, it's so consistent. I got a chance to see it in person at the Seven Rivers event and then at championships as well. And I mean, the consistency of that fuel. They're a robot that they'll admit to you, they're not the best gear runner by any means, but they shoot so much fuel, particularly in autonomous, and they're so accurate with it. It's amazing. And when they paired up with 3310, between those two teams and the fuel capabilities they had was just, it was pretty darn close to unstoppable. And if you watch the finals, St. Louis, they could have went either way, and could have been them in that chair. So absolutely phenomenal team, absolutely phenomenal robot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're always amazing to watch. I can't wait to see what they come up with and what I can copy for my robot.
Yeah, right. All right, so we'll move right along here to the 13th team in this popularity poll, team number 195.
From Southington, Connecticut, it's the Cyber Knights. Their rookie year was 1998. Winners of 14 regional and district events, including 3 straight New England district championships from 2015 to 2017. They also won 2 division titles, 2 district chairman's awards, and a Woody Flowers finalist award. 195 has dominated the New England district almost its entire existence and shows no signs of stopping.
Definitely. So we've had I've had some good experiences with 95, both with 3015, the team I currently mentor, and Team 340, the team I used to mentor. I've partnered in one events with both of them. We've had a good relationship. So they were one of the first videos I saw this past year of their shooting ability. And it was just like, we were in our shop and it's like, oh crap, we have a lot of work to do because we are not that good yet. And it was like a week and a half in. We're like, oh goodness gracious. So yeah, 195, a lot of love there.
For sure.
All right, we're gonna do one more, and then we got another giveaway to do because we got a bunch of giveaways to still do. So one more and then a giveaway.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
All right, and in the number 12 spot, we have 2767.
From Kalamazoo, Michigan, Kalamazoo County 4-H, it's Strike Force. They went 62-29 overall, with the winners of 6. Yes, 6. Count them 6 event wins in 2017. 2 district wins, a district division or a district championship win, a St. Louis division win, a St. Louis championship win, and a Festival of Champions win. Absolutely incredible. I don't know. I don't have the numbers, but that might be a record for the district event. That's 6 wins, 6 banners, no chairman's awards in there. That's just 6 winner banners. So having only 2 event wins in their history prior to this past year, certainly a breakthrough season by any stretch. And it would be interesting to see how they use that performance as a springboard, or what's going to happen in 2018. Because all eyes are going to be on them to see, hey, can they keep that level of performance up? I'm not sure, but I'm excited to find out because that's an incredible season.
Yeah, so I was just reading a Chief Delphi post about there's been one going for a long time of best teams from each year. And for a long time, so 2767 is from 2009, if I remember correctly. And they're a team that I think might be able to unseat the team that's been there for a long time, which is my old team, 2826 for top teams. You look at the performance that Strike Force had. If they continue to have this, they're going to be the best team from 2009 and also one of the best teams in history. They're Sword Drive is off the hook. And I had a chance to talk to that IRI, and was me because we had some issues with the interview. But the talk to them and understand what they're talking about, you realize that they are the real deal. It's not going to be a flash in the pan. This team is going to be a perennial powerhouse in first from now on, and obviously getting a lot of recognition this year. But I think their team number is going to be coming up year after year in our top 25 poll.
Yeah, I bet that's probably going to be pretty accurate.
Yeah.
But I got a chance to talk to them and really get an in-depth look at the robot at IRI, and it's just incredible. Their team was really nice. It was my first real interaction with them, so nothing but good things to say.
All right, we do have another giveaway, which we're going to do for the 125 beanie. So a beanie from 125 the Neutrons. Thank you very much for that donation there. And that is going to go to... That's how the thing goes, by the way, when I hit the generator. It makes that noise. Not really.
Nice.
Ticket number 40, which is going to be said 1458. Congratulations. You have won the beanie. Said it's been a long time subscriber for First Updates now, and has won a couple things already. So thank you for your donation, and you get the beanie. Congratulations.
I hope everybody out there is having as much fun on the show as I am. This has been a really fun show. I know, Tower, you're working your butt off over there, but it's been a lot of fun.
So is Nick, by the way. Like the behind the scenes work going on right now is
insane.
It's as bad as Finalysis. So that's what's happening. But.
Oh goodness.
Fantastic.
So we're down to 11, right?
Yeah. So
good segue, by the way.
Great segue. Perfect. Almost like we planned it. In the 11th spot in the popularity poll, it's team number 125.
From Boston, Massachusetts, it's the Neutrons. Their rookie year was 1998. 2001 world champions, winners of 9 regional and district events, including a New England District Championship in 2016. They have also won 2 division titles, 4 regional and district chairman's awards, and a New England District Championship chairman's award, as well as 2 Volunteer of the Year awards and a Woody Flowers Finalist Award, and a Dean's List winner. So they have a lot of awards going on. Shout out to Christine, who has done some of the awesome giveaways on our shows in the past from Wordplay All Day. Who's also one of the mentors.
She's all right, so.
Hey, she's a nice lady.
Most of the time, yeah.
So you go ahead.
I just want to, we just got another $100 donation from D-Wool94.
What?
So,
wow, this is crazy.
like I said, these better be legit guys.
This is nuts.
I will come after you if you're trolling, by the way. Trolls are welcome for the popularity poll, not for the stream. But yeah, D-Wool94, holy crap, $100 donation. Trying to get the hat, apparently. He wrote hat, which I know is the Paul Copioli thing going on, but, maybe he wants to win a hat as well. Who knows? Wow. This is nuts, guys. Like, I'm truly at a loss for words. Like, this is beyond insane. I can't believe... I believe it because I know how great our community is, but I just can't believe what we're getting through. And we just got a $15 donation from Shell BYA 1011, who just won something. Not only did that person win, they're donating more, and that's wow. Thank you, awesome. Thank you.
This is a landmark moment. Like this is awesome. We're gonna talk about this we'll be talking about this show for years to come, I'm sure. This is nuts.
I had 1,000 rows in my Excel sheet, and I have to add more for the tickets.
Wow.
Like,
excuse me.
This is incredible, guys. Absolutely incredible. Thank you, everybody. And I know I don't know if First in Texas is even expecting this because I didn't really contact them ahead of time. I take them a couple Facebook posts, but I hope they just get this awesome amount of money sent to them. And I'll get you the final numbers afterwards. We have to wait for payments to process to make sure everything's legit, but we'll post on our social media and on Cheat Delphi how much we raised. So thank you, everybody.
All right. So I do want to just jump back to 125 real quick because I don't want to cut them out. But, I talked a lot about 195 and kind of seeing their process. But 125 is another team that was really helpful with, kind of showing the FRC community how to really tackle a problem. Looking at, downscaling to the ping pong balls, using that prototyping model, I think is something that a lot of teams can learn from and look forward to in future years. That, if you want to prototype, it doesn't have to always be full scale. There's a lot of really creative small scale prototyping that can help, and it certainly helped 125. I mean, they probably had the highest throughput of any singulator I saw, so it was awesome. All right, so that brings us to the top 10 break. So I'm gonna go back to our Slack. I'm gonna pull up some of that list of teams that just missed the OG top 25 here.
Yeah. I know Nick, you said we had a couple callers potentially, so we're gonna wait for the next one, right? Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll wait a little bit there. Yeah. Bring us. There were some teams that were pretty close to the top 25 that just I don't know which ones you thought would have gotten in but didn't. So who's on your mind?
I didn't want to mute myself. I think right off the bat, and I don't know who wrote this. Tower, is this your post that you posted this?
Where?
Yeah, you did. The whole list in our Slack. And you mentioned it here too. But at 3310 ended up 29th. Blackhawk Robotics. I think they're going to be a team that we're going to talk about a lot in the top 25 during the season. But I was really surprised, especially after the year they had, which is always kind of the biggest motivator for people to vote for them. So I was really surprised by that. 217, 2481, I thought was a shocker. Mm-hmm. 217 was 32nd, 2481 was 34th. So that's just a few teams. What about you, Pauline? Anything jump out at you?
The one that I found crazy that just missed the list at 26 was 1323. They had a great robot this year. Gaff tape broke them down, but they had a great robot and they're going super far. And in 27, 1676 as well. They helped win the Festival of Champions, and they're a great robot, a great team, great with chairmen. They do some amazing work. So yeah.
How has nobody mentioned the team that was in 33rd rank? Team 47.
Oh, Chief Delphi.
Yeah, I was really hoping we were going to get a couple teams. I totally blanked this. Clint Ott brought this up the other day that we should have had 1254. What is the team name? Not the real team, but the fake team.
Yeah, all I remember is the couch division.
Tate Cheesecakes, right? Tate Cheesecakes. We should have had them do this campaign to have them vote. And I don't run Tate Cheesecakes, but we should have reached out to them to do that because that would have been absolutely hilarious. But 47. Also, one of my favorite ones in 35th was Team 1, mainly because a lot of people just put 1 as a random filler. Nothing against Team 1 by any means, but they're not usually what you think about for a powerhouse.
Classic 25 move right there.
Yeah. So
43 seems like a pretty great team. I haven't really heard of them though.
Who are they?
Read it.
Oh, 3476. I've heard of them.
Yeah, me too.
3476, 3746, 3647. I get
it's so confusing.
Yeah, you're telling me.
And we'll put the list on Chief Delphi later, guys. We had, I think I mentioned, close to 800 different teams that were in there. Most of them legit teams. And usually during the actual FRC Top 25 poll, we filter out non-legit teams, but in this one we just kind of let it run a little bit. So
love it.
Yeah, awesome. Dark Zach, thank you for your $5 donation. And your sub to go too. Thanks, buddy. So our producer Nick just told me that Zach was our first ever winner of anything. So
oh wow.
Maybe he'll win again. He might have been our first sub. Him or Caltran, something like that. So but Caltran's not allowed to win, so he's already disqualified.
Poor Caltran.
Love you, buddy. All right, let's do another giveaway. Why not? Right, we got quite a few still to go through. We were gonna do the Spectrum hat. So Alan Gregory messaged me just a little bit ago, said hey, let's give away a hat for Spectrum. So the winner hat. So we got to do that whole random poll thing, and ticket number 338. Indy Sam, congratulations, Indy Sam. You have won a 3847 hat. Bam.
Fantastic.
Indy Sam with a big donation earlier, by the way, too. So congratulations on that. You have won. Good thing that we don't have thresholds how many times people can win, because I know Sam's won a couple times as well too. But congratulations and thank you for your donation, Indy Sam. Next thing we're going to give away after that is a 910 T-shirt. So we'll be doing that in just a couple more here.
Sounds good. Do you want to get back into the list?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And with that, in the number 10 spot, we have Team 33.
From Auburn Hills, Michigan, Notre Dame College Prep, it's the Killer Bees. 68 wins, 24 losses, 2 ties. So competing in Michigan is brutally tough, as we all know, but did not keep 33 from winning their third Michigan District Championship. 33 consistently builds incredible robots year after year. No surprise to see them already in the top 25 before the season even starts. 33 is a top 25 mainstay. Voters love them. I love them. And I'm sure we'll be talking about them a lot during the season. But what can you say about 33, huh?
I love jumping whenever I get to introduce them as MC. It's like my exercise for the entire match. So, no, man, 33, if you guys don't know Jim Zonde again and the rest of people that make up that team, and we got Nick Cousins, I know, is in chat eager to talk, who is just moved over there as well. Man, like what an inspirational team. Jim Zonde, and maybe I'm talking about him specifically, but he reps 33. When I think 33, I think Jim Zonde. When I think Jim Zonde, I think 33, right? So that man, one, is a beautiful man. I just want to say that to start out with. But seriously, if you have an opportunity, have a conversation with that gentleman, and you will understand why 33, first in Michigan, and everything that he touches just literally just becomes amazing because his passion just drives so hard for these things. You want to talk about an unsung first hero? I don't think that man's won a championship Woody Flowers Award yet. And has he? I don't think he has, right?
No.
I don't think so.
Why? Like he should be up there, and definitely deserves it because that the team itself, though, I'll tell you, the robots, aesthetically pleasing robots every single time, and they perform really, really well. I had I think it was a couple of years ago, I had a chance to meet some of their drive team, and you could see that just the enthusiasm they brought, but not only that, but the cohesion they brought on the drive team of just communicating with each other. I got a chance to watch them behind the glass, and you heard them talking, and that's not something you always hear amongst drive teams. Sometimes it's just silent, and it was really, really cool to see. So great team, great individuals that make up that team. Yeah. Let's bring in Nick Cousins. Let's see if our technology works, because yeah, Tyler has fanboyed one time, by the way. Thank you. So I'll let you let me know, Nick, once he gets in. This technology is great. People are muted. You know why? I might have the server permissions to have them muted on accident. Can you? I can't get into Discord. I'm sorry, guys. Discord is literally just derping out. Like, it keeps trying to download an update, and unless I restart my computer, I'm not going to be able to get into Discord. So I'm gonna 100% apologize to you guys. We're not gonna be able to get people in. Yeah, it's 100% my fault, Nick. So I'm sorry about that. We'll work on it, and we'll try to get this technology going. I thought we had it going. Nick and I, the producer Nick, were literally on like for 2 hours last night to get this working. And the one person we bring in is Caltran, who has admin privileges in our Discord. So that didn't work out so well for me because I forgot that we didn't give other people privileges. So sorry about that, guys. But thank you so much. And Nick Cousins, thank you for being awesome. And I can't wait to see what you're going to do with 33.
Yeah, Nick's had a really rough FRC career, going from Ponage to 33. That's hard, man. That's hard.
Yeah. Just wants those blue banners, you know.
Yeah, right.
Right. All right, down to number 9, right?
Yeah, number 9. In that 9th spot, we have team number 987.
From Las Vegas, Nevada, it's the High Rollers. This year, they went 44-22 in wins and losses and won the Utah Regional as well as the Carver Division. The High Rollers are a universally known team for their beautifully effective robots and their advances in vision tracking software. Through many of their incredible culture-changing endeavors, such as helping promote FIRST in China and providing unique resources to the FRC community, such as their Limelight Smart Camera and the Cimarron Memorial High School team, has made their name known in the FIRST community. In 2016, 97 entered the Hall of Fame, forever recognizing the team's achievements and impacts on FIRST as a whole.
Yeah, that Limelight camera looks really cool. I don't know if they've released a price point on it yet, but it just, any of these, people always say they're like, not some people, I should say, always say that, maybe all these off-the-shelf components aren't always good because it takes some of the design, etc., out of the challenge. But I think as far as like trying to bring the floor up a little bit, not necessarily pull these high teams down, but to give teams that are struggling a little bit 3015, my own team included, vision tracking is not one of our strengths. To allow for these teams to provide these resources to help other teams with these really tough challenges is just a great thing, and I'm excited to see what teams do with the Limelight smart camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's incredibly exciting, and I've had a chance to go out to 97's build space a couple times, as Las Vegas is my degenerate second home for me. And to be able to see, I've talked a lot about their facility, but the vision tracking they do, if you go there and talk to them, the passion that they have for that is absolutely amazing. And not only are they, by the way, building the first programs really well, but they have a very strong VEX program there. And the build space they have, if you have an opportunity, you got to check it out, because it's not something that was just given to them. They worked very hard to get their space. They got some awesome grants from like Lowe's to rebuild a lot of their cabinetry, and they showed such value to their school that when programs left their school, literally just started giving them more space. And so that's and from a team wise, I look at that, and it's not something I do envy it. But if I still ran a team, I look at for something that's what I want to build my team to, both culture wise and also build space wise.
Yeah, I mean, on 3015, we're having an opportunity right now to kind of have a technology wing or something along those lines added to our building for our robotics team. And when we presented to our Board of Education, they were one of the teams that I made sure was included as kind of that, shining example of, hey, this is what other schools are doing for their team. So it's certainly an awesome thing they have going on in Las Vegas.
All right, I'm going to give one last chance to the call-in because somebody had a great idea that I can log in the Discord through a browser. So we're bringing in Nick first, and I do want to get others in that are in the queue and see if we can get them going. So Nick, producer Nick, I'm going to bring him in right now, and let's see if it works here. So I still see the mute button on him. So why does technology hate me?
It's not just technology, don't worry.
Yeah, now I just joined Discord myself, so I'm sorry, guys. I feel really bad about this, and I'm gonna work really hard to get people to get in this next time. So my apologies, guys. We'll get to work next time. Nick Cousins asking how he unmutes. I don't know, buddy. So we'll just keep. Yeah, you can put yourself and him in the streaming gaming channel. Let's try that. Hello. Nick, are you there? All right, wah. I think we struck out here, guys. Let me try one more. Let me see if I can try Ben. Ben, are you there? We're gonna get this technology for one day. All right, one more chance, guys. I hate doing this stuff live because it's all the really interesting things. So, Nick Cousins, are you there? Nick, can you try to get him? See if you can hear him.
Poor Nick.
Hello.
Nick, are you there? Speak up a lot.
Do you hear me? Hello.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
can hear you.
Holy crap! It worked. You can hear us, right, Nick?
Oh, I kind of got you.
You kind of got us. So, all right. We're just gonna do one question here, just so everything works the best we can. But I want you to talk a little about. So you came from Ponage to 33, right? So talk about the transition a little bit. They're both fantastic teams, but what's your experience been hopping on the 33 this year, and what do you expect? What do you expect out of 33 in the coming years?
It's been really cool. I joined like 3 weeks before IRI, so I kind of hopped on helping them out, getting ready for IRI. Got to know the kids that way. Went down on the trip with them. So we had a really great time. The way they operate's awesome. Working with Jim is fantastic. He had great mentors. I think the difference was that we all joined FRC at the same time. So I was there the first year, and all of our main mentors kind of started that same year. They'd never done an FRC before. So now being on a team where you have Jim, who's done it 23 years now,
yeah, he's old,
is really cool. So I think we're gonna have some great times. Hopefully, we're having a lot of success next season.
Awesome, man. Look forward to it. And thanks for contributing to the community popularity poll for charity. And good luck to yourself on 33. You're going to do great things on there. All right, thank you, sir. So we'll put him back into that queue there. So let's do another team, and then we're going to try to get one more caller in, and we'll do another giveaway here.
All right.
All right. And in the number 8 spot, we have Team 973.
From Atascadero, California, Atascadero High School, it's the Graybots. 40, 15, and 1 during the regular season in 2017. So as we all know, 973 was a prolific shooter, turning heads all season long. They scooped up 3 blue banners for their event wins this year, which culminated in obviously a fantastic performance, winning the Houston Championship and finishing second in the Festival Champions. So that win in Houston did earn them their second World Championship, with their first coming in 2011. So 973 was also extremely active in the offseason. They competed in Chessie Champs, Beach Blitz, Capital City Classic, and Madtown Throwdown, earning them 2 additional wins. So Pauline, where do you see kind of the biggest benefit of your team or other teams like that competing in so many off-season events? What do you think the biggest advantages to those off-season events are?
It's really practice. Because before, when I was on an FRC team, we didn't go to off-season events. I would show up, not know how it was structured, not know what we were doing, how many quals, what's a qual, just not knowing what was going on. And when I started joining Code Orange, and we were doing all these off seasons, and then I helped start Beach Blitz, you realize, oh my gosh, we can teach them this stuff in the off season, get that practice, get my drivers practicing, my pit crew fixing stuff on the fly. So in build season, they're much calmer and can execute much better. So I love off seasons, and I think everyone should compete in one.
Absolutely. Yeah, we use Ruckus. Ruckus is a fall off-season event in Rochester. So we get back to school in September. We start trying to recruit new members, and we try to get those new members to Ruckus because we kind of think that once you get them in the door, see the excitement and energy of the event, it just hooks them. So yeah, can't emphasize enough how important off-season events can be. So Tower, what do you want to do next, buddy?
Let's do a giveaway, and then we'll try to get one more caller in here, guys. I know we're starting to get more and more now in the call queue now that things are kind of working, but we'll let's see what we get in here. Okay, so the next giveaway is, I think we said the 910 t-shirt. So thank you, by the way. I think was that PJ who gave that 910 t-shirt? That's awesome. That's so awesome. That's how we say it, right?
The Fully Freeze.
The Fully Freeze. They had actually, by the way, guys, Fully Freeze, man, like they had a pretty crazy year this year. I think they were picked up as like the last pick or something like that, or like they end up making a number 1 alliance and winning like 3 districts or something like that. I don't know. Somebody can fact check me here. I might be talking and not know what I'm talking about, but they had if I remember, they had a pretty awesome year. Right? So we all do. We appreciate you guys fact checking us, by the way. So, all right. So we're gonna roll for this, and the winner of the 910 t-shirt is ticket number 949, D-Wool94. D-Wool94, congratulations. You won the 910 t-shirt, and thank you to 910 for donating the t-shirt as well.
Fantastic.
Yep. So make sure you guys shoot me a PM, or I will try to hit you up afterwards.
All right, want to do another team?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do our team, and then afterwards we'll do a caller.
All righty. So in the 7th spot, we have Team 971.
Team 971, Spartan Robotics from Mountain View, California. Recently, they've pushed their technological boundaries with amazingly complicated robots. 971 was the only team between both St. Louis and Houston champs to be undefeated in quals. They battled their way to Carver Division finals, going to 3 matches in quarters and semis, but finals match 2 is where they shined. With their alliance captain out of the match, 971, along with their alliance partners 2974 and 2992, were able to win by 2 points and take it to a third. In addition to a stellar season on the field, they earned their first ever Chairman's Award at the Silicon Valley Regional for their contributions of leadership in their community and in advancing technical opportunities for other first teams.
Awesome, yeah, 971, you're right. Amazingly complicated, but somehow amazingly effective as well. So that's awesome. I mean, Pauline, you get to see them a lot, probably, kind of up close.
Not really, California's pretty big.
Fair point. Fair point.
But when I do get to see them at Chessie or Champs, and one of my great friends, Megan, is a mentor for their team, I just love seeing them in person and talking to them. They're amazing.
One of these days we'll have to get a California geography lesson. Like, of course, right? Pauline gets in the chat or Pauline gets in our Skype call. First question: hey, are you close to those fires? No, California's pretty big.
All right. We're gonna try to do one more caller here, and I really want to get Ben in since he gave a $100 donation, especially, and he's a good friend of the show. So let's try it. If we don't get the work, guys, then we're just gonna move on for the night, and hopefully we'll get you guys to call in on a different show. So let's see, Mr. Ben Martin, are you there, sir? Come on, big money. Come on, big money.
Can you hear me?
Hey, there we go. Sometimes it takes a little bit. How's it going, Ben?
Pretty good. Yeah, thanks for getting this figured out.
Thanks for giving another shot.
Yeah, exactly, right. So Ben, so you guys were 16th. I know part of that is you ran a very strong campaign to get many 225 votes this year, but you guys also had a pretty amazing season as well too. You barely missed Einstein this year. So can you talk a little about that? What has 225 been so successful about? And just anything else you wanna discuss with us? You've been on the show many times as a contributor, and looking forward to what else you have to say too, man.
Yeah. I would say that our biggest thing is we just really try to play with the best, work with the best. We aspire to be like a lot of the teams out there, like a lot of these great teams that we've seen come up here in the last, or so. We've aspired to be these teams. We try our best to do that, and we try to work really, really hard during the season just to be there.
So I got to ask you a little bit in just a quick 30 seconds. So can you talk a little about was it Archimedes, I believe you were on this year? Is that correct?
Yeah, we were on Archimedes.
So can you talk a little about the finals there, kind of what went down? And obviously it's disappointing not to be on Einstein, but just talk about the matches and kind of how they went down, because it's a pretty close, intense set of matches there.
Yeah, so that one actually went to 4.
Yes.
So it started where after that, they came back, won the second one. We didn't climb in that match because we forgot to plug it in, unfortunately. Unfortunately, those things happen every now and then. So then we had the third match. One of the dividers came unconnected. It got in the way, so ultimately, I don't remember which team it was, but someone couldn't climb. So ultimately, we had a sorry, there's a little echo. If I sound a little weird here.
You're good. Yeah.
So what happened there was there had to be a replay from that, and then they just creamed us in the last match. All props to 1058 and Hot pulling that out there. They did a really great job.
Awesome. Well, Ben, thanks for the feedback there, and congratulations to 225 on a great season still. And we look forward to another great season coming up from you guys. Very strong team, and thanks again for your donation to the charity pool, man. That's going to go a long way with First in Texas. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much, Tyler, and thanks for everything you guys do here.
Appreciate it, buddy. Talk to you later. All right, I think that's going to be it for callers, guys, just because there are technical difficulties, and we promise we will work very hard to get more coming up. But with that said, we're down to our top 6. Is that right, Pauline?
Yes, exactly. All right, so in the number 6 spot, we have Team 148.
From Greenville, Texas, Greenville High School, it's the Robo Wranglers. 148 was 43 and 22 through the 4 events of the regular season, which culminated in their semifinal performance in their division in St. Louis. So they turned heads, really. I mean, what almost got more attention than their regular season robot was their off-season robot. Talking about going to off-season events, how about building an off-season robot that featured a lightning-quick drivetrain, even faster climb. We're talking like a 1-second climb, which is nuts. They used that robot to win the Remix, which is a Texas off-season event, and it might serve a great leap for them in the 2018 season. I know they learned a lot from that robot, so we'll see how it helps them in 2018. But we talked a lot about that robot, right, Tower?
Oh, absolutely, and I do want to mention too for 148. Of course, they did the robot rebuild this year as well too, in their Bolt robot. So that was really cool. If you didn't get a chance to see that. So 148, of course, that the song that they chose this year was interesting because it proved to be. I'm sorry, I just like to poke fun at them for that. So like, keep your silver, give me that gold. They got a lot of silver this year, but I do want to talk about one of their silvers in particular, which was the Entry and Inspiration Award, which I believe they won at Las Vegas, and a team. like that, it's almost flabbergasting. They haven't won something like that sooner, and they're starting to get the recognition, not just being an awesome robot, but also being an awesome, having the right ethos of a team as well too. I do want to. I'm not sure if he can actually hop on, but our producer Nick is actually on 148. So Nick, I don't know if you have your mic set up to hop on air. He does not. Okay. The one thing I want to ask him, and I'll let you know his response was, why the robot rebuild? Why did you guys do that? If you can just give me a quick explanation, I'll relay that back. So they said they didn't feel like it was a top 1% and they wanted more. So and if you saw that bot, I mean the speed that thing brought, and to me that was just that's the full definition of iterating, right? Even though the season's over, they kept striving for more, and that's a great thing to see teams. And I think a lot of teams keep striving to be more like 148 because they never stop.
Exactly. That's such an important thing for FRC teams to realize. It's just never stop. That's how you get to the top.
Yeah. All right, let's do another giveaway here, guys. And we're rounding down to top 5 now. And I know we're going a little bit long, but that happens when we get so many amazing donations here, guys. Like I said, I mean, I just can't describe what's going on right now, as we're, I think, over $600 now, if I remember correctly. So thank you, everybody, for doing that. So with that said, I got to bring this up here. Let's roll a number and get a new winner. And let's see what it's going to be. Ticket number, somebody's eating. Ticket number 769. That is going to go to our good friend Brando. Brando winning what was next on their 1619 shirt. So Brando, congratulations. You have won a 1619 Upper Creek Robotics t-shirt. And thanks to Upper Creek Robotics for donating that t-shirt for this stream. Thank you, guys. Congratulations, Brando. And thanks for your donation, Brando, towards the charity poll. All right, top 5, Justin.
Top 5. We love the top 5.
Yeah.
In that 5 spot, we have team number 1678.
5 times on Einstein is no small feat, especially for 5 consecutive years. But the Citrus Circuits out of Davis, California, are the only team that makes it look easy. 1678 had a phenomenal 2017 season, alongside a phenomenal 2016, 2015, 2014. You get the idea. This year, they were a fuel-scoring powerhouse with their simple yet effective double shooter design. The Citrus Circuits pride themselves on perfecting a simple idea and using practice and iteration to outperform the competition. Recently, the team has joined the Compass Alliance in an effort to provide better resources to teams looking to improve. With all of their successes, both on and off the field, it is no surprise that 1678 holds our number 5 slot.
It was the first one I thought. I was like, oh, maybe they're a little underrated at 5. They seem to, like, especially as you were reading, it's like, arguably you could put any of these top 5 teams in any order, but I might have put them a little bit higher on my list.
Well, the votes were tallied, unfortunately, but they end up as number 5. And as you mentioned, these top 5 teams are phenomenal. 1678 is a team that, as Paulie mentioned, as many times as they've been on Einstein now, you just got to look at them and say, what? Like, how is that even, like, really mathematically? I wonder how that's even possible, because the reason I bring that up is no matter how good of a team you are, bad stuff still happens, right?
Yeah.
Like, your robot can just fall apart. Yeah. It's
or
like
your alliance partners.
Yeah, right. And you get a game like this where you're so reliant on alliance partners that to see them just continually succeed and keep going over in Corsetto and all, and everybody who's part of that team, just the amazingness that they bring. Yeah, I mean, number 5 is very well earned. Could always have been more, but a very well earned spot for them in this poll. So we're doing one more team, and then we'll do a giveaway after that. By the way, we still have there's some teams we haven't mentioned yet. So I'm curious if we're going to see, Canada, Texas, California take the number 1 spot. It's going to be interesting to see who ends up taking. I mean, I guess I know, but it's still pretty interesting to see. So
definitely.
All right. So in the number 4 spot, we have 2056.
From Stoney Creek, Ontario, Canada, Orchard Park Secondary School, OP Robotics. OP went through Steamworks sporting a record of 61, 13-0. They picked up wins at the Waterloo District event, the Ontario District Championship, and the Curie Division. That division win marked their 3rd straight trip to Einstein. So a lot of teams here racking up some Einstein successes here. So, fun fact: 2056 also picked up another Chairman's Award in 2017. So, as we just talked about, the 148, another one of those high caliber teams that are really starting to put all the pieces together. So, even though they didn't win that Chairman's Award at the Ontario District Championship, I feel like it won't be long until they're kind of on the short list to go to the Hall of Fame. What do you guys think?
I don't think there's any reason not to. I mean, they're starting to win Chairmans, as you mentioned as well too, and that's a team that's just going to continue to keep getting more and more success. And I'm going to be straight. I think with 11-14 out of the Chairman's hunt, from winning a few years ago, that definitely helps her chances in regards to continually winning from the district championship perspective. But there's a lot of great teams there in Ontario. And while 2056, I think, has a great chance to win the district Chairmans, that's a lot of tough teams still there. However, if they do win, I don't see any reason why they can't be at least a finalist for the 2018 season.
Yeah, for sure. And one of the cool things about 2056 is they keep adding more stuff. Like they keep doing more outreach, keep adding more programs, and you can really see they're really going for it, and it's awesome. I really hope that they win a CCA soon.
All right, down to the final three. Let's do a giveaway real quick before we get to that. So our next one is from team number 103. Cybersonics, great friends there on that team, who's giving away. We're going to do, I didn't post this in chat, so whoever did for us, was it a backpack? Is that correct? Okay, so CyberPhil said we'll confirm with them, and hopefully it's true, but we'll do the 103 backpack. Hopefully that's the case, and CyberPhil, if you're in chat, just confirm with us so we can do that. The winner for that one is going to be ticket number 673. That's going to KR10 Jack. KR10 Jack is the winner of that. I just put it in chat for who's the winner of that. Congratulations. So 103 backpack and CyberPhil, if you can confirm for us that's true. If not, for some reason that we mess it up, we'll get you another prize. But congratulations for winning that, and thanks for your donation towards the charity poll. He did confirm. Awesome. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. And looking forward to getting that out to you as soon as we can. So thank you, CyberPhil, for your donation from team number 103. And thank you to KR10 Jack for your awesome donation to the charity poll. So that rounds us down to the final three, Justin.
I love it. It gets me in.
Kurt10X, by the way. Sorry.
It gets me into really competition season form here. I'm really excited for the top 25s that we're going to do this year.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so in that third spot, we have team number 1114.
From St. Catharines, Ontario, it's Robotics. Their rookie year is 2003. Champions of the world in 2008 and honorary champion in 2012. Number two is a total blue banners. Number two in total blue banners behind only one other. Also number two in total regional and district wins behind a same team. Hall of Fame inductee after winning CCA in 2012. By a long shot, they have the most successful team up wins, winning an incredible 18 events with 2056. They have 2 volunteer award winners, 4 Woody Flowers finalist award winners, and 5 Dean's List finalist award winners. One of the best examples of how great an FRC program can be.
Yeah, you're not kidding. That's awesome. 4 Woody Flowers finalist award winners. I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think it's easy to say a ton about 11-14. I just want to say, one thing with that team is that is a team that continually lives on and continually just keeps doing more and more and more. And we mentioned this a lot with 2056, but these two teams working together, obviously you can see that, they don't build copies of each other, but they build great robots together and they communicate and they collaborate a lot. And 11-14, I remember going back a few years that there were some issues in regards to how they were treated when they came to the United States to compete. And I'm so glad to see that, we finally, it seems like people have gone over any things of like, oh, it's an elite team, they must be mentor built, to realize that 11-14 is a champion chairman's team. They work their butts off, mentors and students alike, to get where they are. And a team like that is just an inspiration to everybody in first.
Yeah, until you said that about the first time they were treated, I think it was at like Pittsburgh, or there was a debacle with that whole thing that they were treated. So you're so right. Everything's kind of come around for them. That's awesome.
So as Caltrans said, go watch their championship tournaments video, because it will move you to see the passion that is brought from everybody on that team as well. So good point, Caltrans.
It's actually a requirement when you're in Code Orange. You watch that video as one of your first meetings. So it's beautiful.
Yeah,
absolutely. All right, so we're
All
going to
right.
do the 2 spot and then 1, and then we're going to do our last couple of giveaways. So stick around, guys, after we do the last 2 teams, because we still do have, I think, 1 or 2 more giveaways to do as well. So, Justin, as you say, man, the drama's in the 2 spot.
That's right. All the drama's in the 2 spot. Who is it, Pauline?
Well, it's Team 118.
From League City, Texas, Clear Creek High School, it's the Robotics, 55, 17, and 1 overall, with the winners, the Lone Star Regional and the Newton Division at the Houston Championship. So they also had, like, I don't know if you guys noticed this. This is quite a commonality among these top teams. A lot of off-season work as well. So also a very busy off-season schedule. They competed at the Texas State Championship, the Texas Robotics Invitational, the Indiana Robotics Invitational, and the Remix. So winning 2 out of those 4 events and finals at IRI. You know, and personally for me, it's not even kickoff yet, and I'm already looking forward to the robot release video.
Yeah, for me, 118, yeah, I mean, the robot release videos are something we always look forward to. I don't know what we have to do to get them on premiere night on the future, but some nice massages or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, the videos that team puts out, I think is something everybody looks forward to. They consistently, I haven't looked to see how much their last year's video got, but it's got to be, actually, I think Nick has on the side screen, 100, is that 194,000? 194,000 views on the reveal video this year. So that just tells you how much people are, 53 people dislike their video. Let's hunt them down. I don't know who did that, but yeah, the robots are incredible. The one thing I'll say that I think is really, really, really cool about their team is, we talked about this with others, but they continue to iterate. When that robot first started out, I mean, if you guys remember the regional, I mean, they had a part where they tipped over completely, essentially just obliterated the top half of their robot. They had issues with climbing at some point, and they just kept getting better and better and better and better. And that's what makes elite teams, is that ability to continually iterate as you go into the world championships as well. And 118, truly an inspiration to everybody out there.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Caltrain on that. 194,000 views. I think I'm only like 4,000 of them. So it means 190,000 people watched at least. But Tyler, we just, as you were saying it, we messed up. The $500 threshold for the Texas Harvey Relief Fund should have been, if you get to $500, 118 puts their robot video on premiere night.
We just give the money to them and hope they do
that too.
Oh, I do want to jump in though, by the way. If you're in Discord, let us know what you want to see for a stream thing, because we'll do an FRC history one. I'm totally cool with that, but we've done so much here. I want to do more. So if you guys have some ideas, and if you're in our Discord, chat bot will pop it up. Always one of our mods will put in our Discord link. Start chatting about what ideas you'd like to see for a future stream as kind of a reward to this, because, I mean, guys, this is incredible, and we want to make sure that we get back to you and follow through with what we say as well, too. So thank you, everybody, for your amazing donations.
All right, should we go to number 1?
That's Tay Cheesecakes, right?
It does look like there was an edit here. It does look like it was perhaps Tay Cheesecakes. But before we get to number 1, I do want to say, Pauline, great job. First time FRCTop25. You nailed it. And I'm really excited that you get to do the final recap for the number 1 team, which is perhaps unsurprisingly team number 254.
From San Jose, California, Bellarmine College Prep, it's the Cheesy Poofs. 254 was 51-8 overall and are the winners of the San Francisco, Silicon Valley Regionals, the Dali Division, winners of the St. Louis World Championship, and the Festival of Champions. 5 winner banners in the regional system one season might be an FRC record. They also went on to win Chessie Champs, an event they host. Guys, what are you expecting out of 254 this year? They're so much better now that they have been using a student drive coach. I hear they're looking for new mentors, though, so they could be past their prime. How often will we be talking about them here in the number 1 spot?
Well, I think you said it all. Yeah. Look at their robot on screen right now. That's the quality they build. That's no surprise.
Hashtag NASA engineers.
Yeah.
But
Justin, go ahead, man.
Yeah, so each team, that we've talked about in the top 5, top 10, there's different things that stick out to me. 1678 to me, it's just like a rugged performance. 2056 falls in that category as well. But 254, it just, bar none, manages to build extremely elegant and beautiful robots at the same time. And I think that is so hard to do consistently, and 254 does it. I mean, each robot they produce obviously completes the game challenge really well, and it's a showpiece of engineering. So I'm always impressed. I'm always inspired by the robots they churn out, and I'm excited to see what they come up with in 2018.
Yeah, for me, 254 is of course one of those other top teams where you just always look to what's next, right? And they're the trendsetter for what we see for things. There are teams that will see what they do, and then for some reason in 2 weeks try to build exactly what they do. But the robot that they're showing right now, I just want to point out this Woody bot, by the way. If they should just build that every single year and just bring it to competition and just give it to a team who's less fortunate, because this robot is a playoff robot and it's made out of wood. So it's to me, like, that just tells you the base level they go to. But even more importantly, and we talked about this in the iteration process for things, is that they're building this prototype that's essentially a fully working prototype, right? And what they do to continually build upon themselves, they don't just go out and just build this amazing robot right away. It becomes amazing over time, but they continue the process, the way that you want to see things and the way that you look up the teams who are really, really, really good. It's not like they're just magically good. They do the right things and do that over and over and set the right culture to do it. And 254 is no exception to that.
Agreed. I just think they have one of the best programs in FRC. You look at their kids and you go talk to them. They know every little piece of that robot like the back of their hand. Their kids go on to so many great colleges and amazing jobs that program is highly effective on what FIRST is about. And I just think it's awesome.
Yeah, Nick, if you want to kind of keep up this, bouncing around high-level FRC teams, they did say they're looking for new mentors. So maybe just kind of, Ponage to 33 to 254, not bad.
There you go. Our producer, Nick, also might be able to follow that same path. He was on 2026 into 148, so...
Yeah, it's not bad either.
I know he can't talk back on the stream right now, so I'll give him crap.
That's what makes it the best part.
That's what makes it so good. All right, I want to make sure I did get everything for the giveaways here. So I know I have the Wordplay All Day custom drawing that we're going to do on our next show. Am I missing any other giveaways, guys? I don't think I am.
I'm not the person to ask.
I think I don't know. Like... Producer Nick, do you know? I think that's all. No, I didn't do the Bolt sticker. So we're gonna do the Bolt sticker, and then we'll do the Wordplay All Day giveaway. So let's do that right now, guys, and then we'll wrap up the show here. So let's see, boo boo boo. That's the number. That's the sound it makes. Remember. So ticket number 459. That's Andrew Lawrence winning the Bolt sticker. Congratulations on that. That's the 148 Bolt sticker. Is that correct? Awesome. So from their mini bot, Bolt, Andrew Lawrence wins the sticker. Did I not do the 225 hat? I thought I did. But I will check real quick to make sure. Because if not, we'll gladly give that away as well. So
I just love how it's like the EJ
I didn't.
shuffle.
All right. We're going to do that too. We're going to do the 225 hat as well. So thank you, by the way, TechFire, for that. So the winner of the 225 hat is going to go to... Ticket 265 is Ben Martin.
Yeah.
All right. I think he's okay if we re-roll it since he won his own hat. So we're going to do that. We're just going to do one. So I know we got to wrap up the show here, guys. We love giving away free stuff. But that's amazing, by the way. I just want to say that. It's bound to happen at some point. So the winner of the TechFire hat is Philip 8880. See from 103, is that who gave away the 103 prize? I think so. But he wins the 225 hat. So congratulations to Philip 8880 for winning that. So 225 TechFire hat. Nice. All right, guys. Last giveaway, and then we're wrapping up this show that has gone way too long, but we've gotten so much money donated towards the charity that we just had to keep on going here. So last giveaway here. By the way, I want to mention currently right now what I'm seeing from donations, and I have to tally them all up, and all the payments have to process through, but we are over $600. I think close to $700 in donations tonight, guys. So thank you for being on. Yeah, like Justin, you said it, man. Unbelievable. Who would have ever thought? I know I didn't. Not that I didn't have confidence in it, but man, have you guys come through like this was something I could have never imagined. So our last drawing is for the Wordplay All Day custom drawing that we'll do on air on our next recap show. So you have to get in touch with me so we can draw something for you on air, and that's going to go to BOBBSQ. BOBBSQ, congratulations. You have won the custom drawing from Wordplay All Day. Speaking of which, Christine, we got to talk about this drawing you did here a little bit. I know it's been a little bit since we checked in with you, but can you tell us the drawing's complete? We're going to be giving away on tomorrow's show. Anything else you want to say about it?
No. I mean, it was a lot of fun to draw. Probably one of the only wooden robots I've ever drawn, so it's a good time.
That's awesome. And you can win that drawing tomorrow on Let's Draw Robots, as we have 3132, the Chairman's Award, Championship Chairman's Award winners from the Houston Championships on air to talk about their journey and some of the other cool projects they're working on. So make sure you check in at 8:30 tomorrow Eastern Time. So guys, you ready to wrap this up? I think so, huh?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks again to everyone who donated and was a part of the show. It was fantastic. I'm completely blown away. You know, I knew the FRC community is a tight-knit group and we support each other, but it even exceeded my expectations. So thank you. And again, I just want to say thanks to Tyler for all the work you do. Pauline, great job tonight. Nick behind the scenes, everyone that helps out. And I'm looking forward. Everyone did a great job, but I am looking forward to having Mike back soon.
I miss him, right?
I did miss him tonight.
I'm a little hurt.
Well,
no, you did a great job.
Pauline, you can still be on the show. It's not like we kick you off if he comes back on or something like that. So
and again, and also Christine, great job on your drawing. I did want to mention that. It's fantastic.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, and I can't wait to hear more about 3132 tomorrow. Pauline, anything you want to wrap up with before we end the show?
Thank you guys so much for putting me on. Thank you to the audience for donating so much. You guys are changing lives. I'm really proud of Tyler for saying my name right the entire show for once.
Yes.
So that was really cool.
You missed my Freudian slip. I actually called you Christine on accident for a half second, and I think you missed it. So.
Oh, I did miss it. But thank you guys so much. It's super fun to be on.
Love having you on, and many more times. Pauline hopefully will be joining us for many more shows in the future as well. So, guys, once again, thank you so much for your donations. We'll tally that up. We'll let you know on social media. Take a look at First Updates Now on Facebook or Twitter or on Cheap Delphi, and we'll let you know that as well. And really, guys, here's what we ask. If you want more of this, if you love the content we're providing, hopefully you do, regardless of how atypical this show may have been, go ahead and make sure you tell people about this show. That's what we ask. Let people know about it. If you got a few bucks a month, we'd love to have your subscription to keep the program running. But if not, just tell somebody about the show. Say, hey, come check this out. They got a lot of cool things going on. We got Let's Draw Robots tomorrow. Next week, Monday, we're going to be giving away a Robo Reel with National Instruments, so make sure you check that out too. Very excited for that. And then next Tuesday, we have Funalysis coming back before our holiday break, guys. So on behalf of myself, Mike, Justin, Christine, Pauline, and Nick, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you to all of our moderators in chat doing a great job. And thank you to everybody for those donations today from the bottom of our hearts, going to the First in Texas Harvey Fund. Hey, guys, we'll talk to you next time on First Updates Now. Talk to you then.